I think the most important thing that the French did, one of the most important things the French did, who I think really handled the whole outcome brilliantly, was to get the leaders to come at the beginning of the 2 weeks rather than the end of the 2 weeks, which is what we had in Copenhagen. And frankly, I was quite skeptical that that was a good idea. I think there was a conventional sense that we wanted to tamp down expectations this year and hope for a big win rather than what we had in Copenhagen. And what I believe what really helped was you had all these leaders come on Monday and Tuesday. And if you've ever worked in government, you know that when your boss goes somewhere, you got to have something to announce. So the president could not go empty-handed. We had to sort of announce stuff. That's where we announced Mission Innovation, which Secretary Moniz just mentioned. And there was this great contrast, I think, frankly, between these images of all these leaders, 130 leaders, over 130 leaders, announcing these big deliverables and pledges for climate action, kind of outside the COP, really. But people don't make that distinction. So they just see, like, leaders announcing big things, and then suddenly, when the leaders start leaving on Tuesday, the press corps, which had just ballooned to this enormous number of people, pulls focus to us sitting there doing what we do, which is, looking at text on a screen and like arguing over commas and all the stuff that's just the normal course of business for negotiating international agreement. And everyone's going, what in the world are you people doing, right? Your leaders just came here and said you're going to save the world or really make a big step towards finally getting a really stable climate regime, and now you're just bickering. And I think that actually put a lot of pressure on parties so that by the end of the first week, we were seeing the kinds of conversations. If you don't know this process, it's always a 2-week-long negotiating session. We're seeing the kinds of conversations at the end of the first week that we normally only see at the end of the second week.